Hello everybody and welcome to the race recap here. It's the Grand Prix review for the 2021 Russian Grand Prix. And my goodness me, the race ended a couple of hours ago. Of course, we've had to cover the British Touring Car Championship and get ready for IndyCar in about an hour's time. But boy, oh boy, was it a fantastic Russian Grand Prix. You know you are having a great Formula One season, perhaps the best ever, when races such as Barcelona are exciting. The French Grand Prix is exciting. The Grand Prix of Russia is exciting as well. It really is a great hope that the last round of the year in Abu Dhabi, where this title will be decided, let's face it, is going to be an absolute cracker. And definitely, this is shaping up to be one of the greatest years I've ever seen in Formula One. Today proved it as well. Yes, if you look at this result here with Hamilton winning from Verstappen second and Sainz in third, you might think to yourself, well, Sainz is really the only surprise there. No, trust me, every single one of these drivers is the biggest surprise out of today, especially Verstappen. Let's go through it then. First of all, and let's talk about the elephant in the room. That rain cloud that was above the circuit for nearly all of the race decided to let down with just 5 laps to go. And it robbed us of a great fight between Lando Norris, who was leading the race, up until 2 laps to go with Lewis Hamilton in second. Norris had a perfect controlled race as well. He had an absolutely fantastic pit stop strategy. He lost the lead to Sainz to begin with, but got it back on lap 14 and then just held on to it until the rain came down as well. Lando was completely in control of that race. It's great to see though, because that means McLaren are properly back, and last weekend in Monza wasn't just a flash in the pan. They have generally got race winning pace, which is fantastic to see for McLaren as well. Let's go down. Joe Samioka saying a great season of racing, gutted for Lando. Yeah, absolutely agree with you as well. Absolutely gutted for him after what's happened. If you can look here as well, Lewis Hamilton taking his 100th Grand Prix victory, the first F1 driver in history to reach a centenary of victories as well, 100. And it has been a long, long hard work for that, especially this season with the racing running order as well with him and Max Verstappen. So Hamilton inherited the race win after passing Lando Norris, who went off the track when the rain started to come down. Hamilton did box for intermediate tyres though, as did 7 other drivers. Everyone else was just skating around on the dries, trying to make it to the end of the race like Lando was. But it was nice to see as well, Verstappen took the call. He started 20th on the grid, and the rain really helped him. He went into P2 after starting P20, so 19 places gained. Fantastic effort there as well. And what's great news is that championship fight coming into this race, it was a 5-point gap between Verstappen and Hamilton. It leaves Russia a 2-point gap between Hamilton and Verstappen. Hamilton leads his title now by just 2 points to Verstappen, so definitely going down to the final few races as well. Carlos Sainz, he took the lead off the start away from Lando Norris, had a great run, unfortunately dropped back as well late on. But let's take a look then at the full results then from the Russian Grand Prix. These are the official results as well, by the way, that have been issued. So it's Lewis Hamilton who is victorious. 1 hour and 30 minutes of racing, as Megan predicted, even with the rain coming down, she's spot on. 25 points goes to Hamilton. Max Verstappen gets a crucial 18 points on a day they thought they would be the underdogs. Not today. They came back and fought hard as well. Sainz in third, getting 15. Danny Ricciardo inherits P4 as well. He gets 12 points. Valtteri Bottas fifth, gets 10. Fernando Alonso scores his best results since leaving Ferrari back in 2014. He scores 8 points. Lando Norris, 7 points for 7th place, but it should have been the maximum 25. He does, however, get fastest lap, so he gets an extra bonus point there. Kimi Raikkonen finishes in 8th place, so 4 points on the board now. The biggest and highest scoring for Alfa Romeo all season long as well. Now that means for Lewis Hamilton, that means for Alfa Romeo, they now move ahead of Haas completely in the championship. Looking at this, they were only on 3 points after coming into this race. They are now obviously on 7. Sergio Perez gets 2 points, and George Russell again scoring points for Williams. That is, if I look at my notes here, Williams scoring points in Hungary, Belgium, Italy and in Russia as well. No points scored, though, at the Netherlands, but still, that's points in 4 of the last 5 races for Williams. It's great to see the British teams doing well. Outside of the points, Stroll was 11th and Vettel 12th. They made contact when the rain came out as well. Stroll just shutting the door on Vettel. Not great news there either. Gasly 13th, Ocon 14th, Leclerc, Giovinazzi. Giovinazzi had no radio throughout the race, so he had to box for intermediates when nobody else knew. So that was absolutely, that was just literally terrifying. That points could have been on the board today for Giovinazzi at a crucial time in his career. Unfortunately, the radio didn't work for him. Sonoda in P17, Mazepin 18th, and out of the race, Latifi and Schumacher, the only 2 retirements from the Grand Prix. Joe says 7 races left, assuming the to be confirmed race doesn't happen. Yeah, but the to be confirmed race, I've been hearing, will be confirmed at the Turkish Grand Prix, and it will be the Grand Prix of Qatar at the Losail International Circuit. So we've got 2 weeks to wait, hopefully, for that race to be announced, but it will be the Grand Prix of Qatar stepping in for a night race at the Losail International Circuit, which I personally find is fantastic. Let's do it. Should be a great one. As you see, Latifi officially classified down there in 19th place. Schumacher, the only official retirement from the running order as well. Let's fade back up then to the 3 picture. In terms of the fastest pit stop, that went to Mercedes, a 2.45 second stop, which proves as well that sub 2 minute pit stop is getting trickier and trickier. We saw several teams having issues with that today. The FIA are going to look into that as to why McLaren, Red Bull and Ferrari all had slow stops today that cost them positions. They're looking into that, which is great news. Driver of the day, of course, was Lando Norris, 33% of the votes. Lando also, as I said, got the fastest lap, the DHL award of a 1:37.423 as well. As I said, let's take a look at the Drivers' Championship. Lewis Hamilton now leads 246.5 points to Max Verstappen 244.5 points. So Hamilton now leads by 2 points to Verstappen going into the Turkish Grand Prix. That's going to be exciting. Bottas on 139 is eking ahead of Lando Norris, who's on 139. Perez is now well ahead of Sainz, and Sainz well ahead of Leclerc as well. Ricciardo closing in on Leclerc's battle. Gasly and Fernando Alonso round out the top 10. Now Alonso on 58 points as well. Only 3 drivers without points as well. That is Schumacher, Kubica, Mazepin. And Mazepin still down in 21st place with consistently bad results, putting him down on the deck. Let's hope he can get a point towards the end of the season. Let's hope Mick can get some points as well. Going into this one then, the Constructors' Championship, well, that is what me and Megan were trying to work out and why there was a 15-point gap. It is Mercedes leading on 397.5 points to Red Bull Racing 364.5. Red Bull now desperately need Perez to have some consistent races to get up there as well and get the Constructors' Championship. I have a feeling, it's going to be Red Bull winning the Drivers' Championship with Max Verstappen, Mercedes winning the Constructors' Championship as well with Hamilton and Bottas. Don't think Red Bull are going to, I don't think either team are going to take a complete swing at this one. McLaren have well moved ahead now, 234 points in third over Ferrari on 216 as well, so they've moved the baton further along as well. Alpine ahead of AlphaTauri, Aston Martin, Williams now on 23 points, Alfa Romeo 7, as I said. Still no points though on the board for Haas, which is very, very surprising and very, very disappointing as well. I thought they would do better and really should do better as well. That's a quick roundup then. We've got 60 seconds left on the board. Just a quick 10-minute roundup because we've got the IndyCar coverage coming up as well, and me and Megan got to film our pre-race bits as well and get our notes together and crack down. Reminder, we'll be on air at 8:30 British Summer Time, the same time as NBC over there as well. The green flag is due at 8:45 as well, so we'll be on air with all that as well. Maybe slightly earlier because we want to show the Grid Network pre-show that we had yesterday. And don't forget, half an hour now, so it's half an hour after the conclusion of the IndyCar race, there will be the Grid Network show as well. I'm sure Joe might tell us if that has changed or not before we go off air. So, 2 weeks' time, I should say, we go to Turkey. Back to Istanbul Park. They have not changed the layout in terms of they haven't resurfaced the track. They have done nothing to it since the year before. Remember what happened last year when we went there in October as well? The rain came down. And also, the track surface was so slippery, even in the dry. Drivers were losing it all over the place. The rain only added to the excitement. So definitely, the Turkish Grand Prix is going to deliver. It was voted as Race of the Year last year, and we had some corkers last year as well. This year, I think it's going to be quite hard to find race of the year, because especially as the boring races are delivering great racing. Russia has put a big smile on my face today. It was a great race, and honestly, I can't wait. Let's hope the IndyCar ties this bow off nicely for a great race. The championship will be decided as well for IndyCar tonight between Alex Palou, Pato O'Ward and Joseph Newgarden. My pick a winner for that one, Joseph Newgarden, to take the race win. I don't know who's going to take the championship, though. It's too close to call. Ideally, Palou's got a hand on it, though, but anything can happen. We'll update you throughout that race. Right, join us in 1 hour, 20 minutes time for all of the IndyCar action. But from a very wet ending here to Russia, it has been a weekend that has blown the championship open once more. It's been heartbreak for Lando Norris as well, who should have taken a first win here today. He didn't, unfortunately, due to the inclement weather. It went down to Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. Brilliant drive, up from 20th to 2nd as well. It all means that just 2 points separate the two title rivals, with 2 weeks break before we go over for our second race back in Turkey. It is going to be fantastic. Do not miss the Turkish Grand Prix in 2 weeks' time. From us all here, though, have a very happy weekend. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.